Actually, I better get you a glass of water, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh, you didn't ask for a glass of water.
I asked. I put my pre-order in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Alright, can I buy the DLC to get it?
Well, no, it comes in loot boxes, and Dave got it in the loot box, so you're gonna have to. Do you want to roll the dice again?
hello and welcome to the Tidbit Cast. My name is David. This is
Gary!
and this is.
Colm.
This week, Aaron is travelling the world, so he won't be with us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But Colm's back.
I'm briefly back.
Colm's finally back.
Oh yeah, because last time I was back, they deleted all the footage of me. So.
We didn't delete all the footage.
Gary deleted all the footage.
Gary deleted all
No,
the
the hardware couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Gary couldn't handle it.
I made some really good points, and those points will never be made again. I can't exactly do the same topic again, so I don't know.
You could.
No, I could, but you'd have all pre-prepared answers. So
Yeah.
it'd be pretty lame.
So whose topic will we go into?
Yeah.
Yeah, who did you want to go into?
Columns.
I wanted to do Columns because he said it was going to be a surprise.
Yeah, it'd be a surprise to me as well.
Okay, go on, Colm.
What's that mean?
As in, I don't know what it is yet.
Wait, really?
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So I was thinking about.
So prepared.
I was thinking about platformers and old school platformers because we were watching Ultimate Beastmaster, and I was thinking about
The best show on Netflix.
the
best show on
arguably,
Netflix.
but I was just thinking about, is there a market for remaking them? Insofar as you have Croc, you have Crash Bandicoot, which was remastered. Is there are the games too easy, or are they too short? Are they marketable, or are they just kind of irrelevant?
Are you talking about a completely new game?
Say a new Crash Bandicoot, because they always make Sonic the Hedgehog over and over again, and even Sonic 4 was a new game more or less, but it was in the exact same 2D style.
Sonic 4 Part 2 was a game that came out as well. That was a remaster of Sonic 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For anyone who's listening to this podcast, there's a dog in the room, so.
Yeah, this is Archie's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's so proud.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, so I'm just thinking, even maybe about Crash Bandicoot. Do you think we'll ever see another new Crash game?
If you say Crash, though, a lot of people have nostalgia with that, so I think they'll buy it just because they like Crash.
But do you think we'll see another game that is basically just Crash Bandicoot, or do you think they'll try to do what they did with Twin Sanities and things like that?
I think we're probably going to get something. Yeah, I understand. It was just finishing a level that was there before, but that new level that came out that was actually just one they didn't use in the original game.
Yeah.
That they said. I think, did they make a new level?
I don't know.
I think so. I'm not sure exactly.
Because I haven't actually played it, so I don't know. Because I don't have the game. But I think it was either that when they updated it, either they did make a new level or they just added to that level that was deleted.
They finished off a level that wasn't completed.
Yeah. They never completed.
Yeah.
So I think with something like that, I think it would, especially quite a bit after.
It was one of those. I found it. Wasn't it one of those not nighttime ones with the side-scrolling ones on the castle?
I think it was. Yeah. I feel like it'd be a waste if they didn't make a new Crash Bandicoot now, because everyone wants it now after how good the last one did.
I'm pretty sure there's
People
already
want it.
plans to make a new one.
I'd say.
But less so, wanting them to make it, more so.
It sold a lot.
Would you think they'd actually make it right? Because
make it right.
The thing is with all these games, and we only just saw with. I know I'm not going to get into it, but Spider-Man is. Every iteration of games have always tried to improve and be better than the last iteration and say, well, now you have this, now you have this, now you have
As they
this.
should,
But there is a certain point where you can't just keep adding on stuff, because it failed with Arkham Origins, where they added on too many gadgets and stuff like that.
Assassin's Creed.
Too many mechanics. If you have too much stuff, and I feel like with these old platformers, as simple as they were, it's just pointless to it's just pointless to think about trying to do them differently, which I imagine they actually would do if they were going to make a new Crash Bandicoot or a new Croc or a new Spyro, because Spyro died a slow death and a really really bad.
I never played any Spyro games.
Spyro I played on PS1, and then it had a little bit of a presence on PS2. Barely anything though.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, to name. And then it was just on Skylanders. He was just one of the characters in that game.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all Spyro ever did, was just being Skylanders. That's the only relevance he had in any property. And now this reignited trilogy.
But that again, that's just a remaster. That's not a that's not a reboot.
But it's getting a new market as well.
Yeah.
It is, like, I mean, even some of the PS2 ones, like Jack, like I downloaded them on the PS4 because I just wanted them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll play them, to be honest, but I kind of wanted to have them. And I'm just wondering, all these franchises, do franchises ever really die in...
Wait, what's your question? I thought it was about platformers.
I'm kind of... This is developing, Gary, as we talk.
Oh, we're still in the intro tutorial phases.
Yeah. Do franchises ever die?
Oh, okay, because I was like gearing up in my head to talk about platformers.
Yeah, I was waiting for Crash.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Okay, we'll talk about Crash then. Like, but is there any sort of platformer that you think just couldn't come back?
Croc.
Why?
Because that game was terrible then.
Gary, you're stepping on a lot of people's memories here, just remember that.
Oh, no,
I have a lot of friends that really
as well.
liked Croc.
Croc, parts of it are nice, but parts of it are just bullshit. The game is nice designs. The bosses are definitely memorable. I watched somebody just like about 2 weeks ago play through that game, and I remembered all those bosses. It's very memorable, but actually seeing it was like, oh, the levels are way too simple. Their character doesn't even handle that well in a lot of the
argument could be made that it was.
But people enjoyed this game, yeah.
It was the first platformer out for the PlayStation.
Oh, really? I've never played it.
The thing I will say though is that yes, it was one of the first on the PlayStation, but there were much better games. It was just, there were much better things to offer.
So of all the, we'll just narrow it down to
comparing
to for the moment, just for PlayStation 1 platformers.
Mm-hmm.
Of all them, is there a market for a new Spyro game? Is there a market for a new Crash game?
I think there is.
For Crash, yes. For Spyro, it actually, like, the reason they're doing the Spyro one is because the Crash one did so well.
Yeah.
It's the only reason they're doing that. So it kind of goes off on that if we see that the Spyro one's doing well, it means that it's not just Crash, so that's just lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
It's that, another franchise can actually do it if it comes back. It has enough. But Spyro is the only other one I can really imagine. Because that wasn't an actual franchise that did other things, and it is kind of relevant because of, I understand Skylanders is not huge, but Skylanders, like, most of that property is for children.
Yeah.
So it means that that character is actually recognisable to a lot of children.
Yeah.
Like, Crash had a big following, and now it's grown so much more because the new game. New generations are playing it. I think so, definitely.
The Crash didn't really have a new generation for like a while.
Yeah.
It was only like the people who played the other Crash games.
It's kind of the Ninja Gaiden effect. There's I won't say too much about it, but like I never heard of Ninja Gaiden until I played.
I've heard of it.
Until I played the Xbox. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, there you go. Another. I think there are a lot of franchises, even from the 80s and stuff, that would lend themselves well to a reboot or rethink. Like Bionic Commando. That was a fairly old game, wasn't it?
Dear Lord, yes.
Yeah, and that got a reboot. Now, it wasn't the best game in the world, but
we got two.
Yeah.
We got two. The first one was not seen as that good. The second one was seen as kind of alright, but very content light. So because that was a really short game, I think it was only like 3 to 5 hours or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredibly short for that. But it was also really fun to move around in because it was just a swinging game, which we know how popular swinging games are recently. Yeah.
Fortnite? What?
Fortnite, it's about planes.
Yeah.
Swing of the plane.
It's just the only reason I'm thinking of this is there ever something that can kill a franchise? Is there
We're talking about franchises or genres now?
franchises?
Okay, I thought we were like
We're
jumping around.
I'm jumping around a lot.
we're platformers because
Yeah, we're platforming, Gary.
Up and down.
because platformers.
Franchises.
Actually, as a matter of fact, platformers in general, is there a market for platformers on modern?
Before 2017, they were not. 2017 was the year of platformers. They were I'm saying this, but I know they're definitely one of the top 3 genres of 2017 because you had all across all
because
platforms.
I know that I'm sure they're for PC, but I just can't
You
imagine
had
being
Mario Odyssey, you had A Hat in Time, you had just a lot of platformers coming out that were doing the same kind of thing, and you had a lot of these battles. 2017 one of the, but in the other years, like before that, for like the last 10 years, like they have been selling like shit. They're one of like lowest genres in selling. They're like one of the bottom tiers in terms of like sales. And then in 2017 they sold incredibly well because you had big games like a Mario game coming out, and then you had other games trying to replicate that as well, just happened to be around the same time. So platformers like recently have been doing very well. Before that, like the last decade, nah.
I'd love to see a new Crash game.
Crash game would be cool.
I know one will come. It will.
Yeah, but
I
I just worry about the mechanics.
I feel like they'll stick to the old mechanics. Because they saw how well this one... It sold well, didn't it?
They really have, like in the last... If you look at their last attempts at Crash games, they really didn't stick to the mechanics.
Nope.
Which was... Well, the problem is, Crash Bandicoot games, we expect more from our games in regards to the length of them, in regards to the amount of content. We expect... subconsciously, I suppose, we expect a game that will take us at least 20 hours to finish.
It's because it's what we're used to, like.
Yeah, but Crash Bandicoot, like, you finish that in a day.
Yeah, you walk through.
You also saw the Crash series, like, going from 1 to 2 to, oh my god, 3. You saw them trying to do that as well with what you were saying, of trying to do new stuff, trying to put more content, and you saw stuff like the vehicle levels, which was, like, the platforming is the only interesting part about the game, and then you had like these.
Well, Gary, now listen. It is quite fun riding on a tiger on the Great Wall of China.
Wait, are you saying bad things about the third game?
Did you?
Yeah.
My favourite game.
That was my favourite game as well.
That is my favourite.
Yeah, I really like the platforming, but I think a lot of those vehicle levels, especially the jet ski.
Yeah.
What's the jet ski, the airplane, they're half-assed attempts.
They're so fun.
Yeah.
They're not good.
In your opinion.
The jet ski is a bit tiresome.
Don't say my opinion. It's my educated opinion.
Still your opinion.
Oh.
Yeah, shut up. They're bad. Like, compare them to other games that just do that.
I think it's a real game.
Yeah, comparing to other games that just do that, they're games that just do that. You play Crash Bandicoot, you're getting loads of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I want to play this game with you, and at some point you're going to get slightly annoyed when you're playing those vehicle levels because you're thinking about them fondly.
For that.
That's fine.
No, you're thinking about them now fondly, but when you're actually playing them, they're like this bullshit.
They're so difficult.
I don't like them.
That's fine.
I just think they shouldn't have, because they were not as good as they could have made them. They should have just
they have made them?
Even the car, those racing levels in the not Crash Team Racing. We're talking about the motorbike levels.
Those are real fun.
Those are so fun.
Terrible.
Those are so fun.
All of those things are so hard to control.
Exactly.
They're so unresponsive.
It's not supposed to be easy.
No. You're not getting.
It's supposed to be easy.
They're very unresponsive, and I don't think that's because they tried to make them that way. I think it's just they happen to be that way.
That's the way they made them.
They had limited time, and it shows in those levels. That's what I mean by not good.
I think you're being a bit biased.
You could see that. No, I'm not being biased.
I think you.
I played that game, the third one. That's the one I played the most. I played that more than any of the other ones.
I think you have the opposite of nostalgia. Like, you hate something.
Yeah. Did your brothers bully you in that game, or
no? Do you know what it is?
Oh, we're
it's that I remember. I remember how they actually were.
I'd like to point out, I only played this game 3 months ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I
Not
enjoyed it.
nostalgic.
I just think they were half-assed attempts.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
No
it.
matter how much ass
Yeah.
I put in it.
Yeah, I know.
If there was half an ass, I'd enjoy half.
Quarter ass, I'd be happy.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, as long as you got that jingle, you know?
yeah.
Some good lines.
I was very happy with those games, and then the only thing I was kind of like, okay, if I Crash 3 was perturbed about was this bazooka. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was too good.
yeah.
That's always been in it, yeah.
It's too good.
When you get that, just everything's unfair.
Yeah. Everything's just great.
It's so cheatsy, it's
Yeah.
so nice. It's just, I don't have to get past this guy.
I'm back. Yeah.
It's like it is almost a cheat, but
It is.
it's built into the game.
And then when you're like,
It breaks the mechanics of the game.
And then
you
when
don't
you're-
have to worry about danger.
yeah.
when you're like, oh man, I just gotta get through this level. Okay, hang on, I'll just use dash mode. Just dash through it. Great.
I try not to use a bazooka or anything. I try to keep it legit.
But yeah, there's a certain degree of it stops the momentum of the play.
Definitely.
Like there should be plays in that game where you can do it without having to stop at all. You know,
What you mean?
as in if you move the stick to run, you shouldn't have to stop at any point. If you can do a good run,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to like go. Oh no, I have to miss my chance. I have to go stop. You know.
I do know. You tired, Gary?
Excuse me.
A bit tired, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, yeah.
Why is that?
Too much partying?
We all have our own lives.
We do.
You do.
Yes, we do. I think there is a point that franchises can die. We've seen that with a lot of stuff over the years. But
Are they dead or will they come back at some point?
Well, that's the thing. This is actually a pretty recent topic. It's something I did want to talk about, and you have brought up the perfect topic. Do you know all this THQ shit that's been happening?
Oh, THQ Nordic.
THQ Nordic have been...
Not THQ. Isn't it not?
No, it's THQ Nordic.
Yeah, it's not THQ.
But they're nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
They just took the
exactly.
name.
Yeah,
because-
they took the name, and now they've been buying up all of the properties,
Yeah.
including, like, Time Splitters.
Yeah. What was the? I launched a game there. As in, I was
launched a
playing.
game?
I was playing a game.
And put it in the
at-
PlayStation.
At the start of it, it said THQ Nordic. Oh, Titan Quest. I didn't actually play the game. I looked at the trailer because I was thinking of buying it because it was cheap. And yeah, so obviously that's the game.
Oh, that game is coming out. There's a kind of remastered. There's a HD version coming out.
Yeah.
Because I know they're bringing it to consoles.
Well, it's already the Titan Quest is already on consoles itself. Titan
Ah.
Quest, without being remastered, is already on consoles.
There is a new version coming out because I know it's going on to like a handheld and stuff like that. I remember hearing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that might be what it is. Maybe because they would own the property now if they're just buying up shit.
Maybe you're saying about THQ Nordic. Is it just that they were buying?
Yeah, just the idea that these are franchises that you thought were dead, and not exactly huge franchises. They're pretty mid tier. But even like Kingdom of Amalur.
Yeah.
Haven't heard
Very, very cult classic kind of cult.
It was
Yeah.
like
Cool following.
held by like Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn,
of it. Okay.
and a few other like things. Very like kind of cult people, and it kind of is very it was very cool because originally that game is actually a spin-off of a game they were going to make. That was originally going to be an MMO, and the idea was that the Well of Souls, which at the beginning of the game was going to be just them, it's everybody respawning into the world, but it's like a spin-offs that, we have to be able to pay for this MMO because MMOs are hard, so we should make another game, sell that, and that'll help us pay for the MMO. But the game didn't sell enough.
But in fairness, the
plan
game
failed.
looks exactly like World of Warcraft. In so many regards, in terms of the aesthetics of it, it looks so like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, you know.
It's not a bad thing. It's slightly more cartoony.
Ugh.
So those are franchises that we thought were actually just going to be dead, and then they just came back. Kings of Amalur.
So it is coming back.
Maybe. Well, I don't imagine they are.
But like, I'd
Bonding.
argue that's not necessarily a franchise.
But
I always consider franchises more than one game. You
I know, but that's
No,
what
but
I
it
mean
is a
by
franchise though.
that,
It's a
but
start
that's what I
franchise.
mean by like Time Splitters and all those, is that these are games that were dead. There was nothing coming out, and now this company is buying them up to, I imagine, to release them.
Yeah.
To like release either if it's going to be like a HD remastered version of them, or just an actual new part of the franchise.
Do you know what I'd love to see, and nobody talks enough about it?
What's that?
Vampires the Masquerade.
Bloodlines.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
That'd be... Oh.
Those are incredibly cult games.
There's only one.
What?
There's only one.
Is there only one?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a board game before that.
Those games are talked about a lot. Like, even now, they're still talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, people... Because they had so many... There's so many options in that game.
I know, it's ridiculous. And you can accidentally just... put yourself into super hard mode by picking a Nosferatu class character, which is basically a hideous monster that cannot go out in public, otherwise you'd be killed instantly.
Okay,
yeah,
sounds a bit harder.
This game has like social aspects, so because of that, it means that you have like charisma and stuff like an RPG. But vampires are still not a thing that humans know about. So
they just turn on you.
If you pick like the rest of them, it's just like, oh, you're just a vampire. You can be like the really charming vampire,
or you're a really strong vampire, or beastly vampire.
Yeah, you just look slightly different, and like you're kind of like in a costume or something. But as for out here, it's just straight up like you're not even allowed to put up your charisma.
Yeah.
As one of them.
So people are really shallow and base you on your looks.
Yeah, because you look basically like an ogre. I will get you an image, Dave, so you can see. I will use my my vast skills and knowledge of Wi-Fi. Okay.
I know how to Google things.
So anybody who's like keeping up right now, if you'd like to look up Nosferatu from Masquerade, Bloodlines. You'll be keeping up. You'll be with us live. This will be our own version of it.
Well, it won't be live, but let's not.
It'll be our version of a. Oh, it's really small. So it'll be our version of a watch along.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the character. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
not the best looking.
No, I would not interact with that person if I saw them on the street, unless it was Halloween.
Yeah, I could like do some of his hair, like
Ooh, guys, what are you going for Halloween as?
New topic.
Oh my god, we're jumping so much.
I don't care. This is my topic. My topic is
Halloween.
I've got a lot to fit in, guys. I've been away for a long time.
Halloween. I don't know. Something.
This is my full topic. I don't care. You're not editing.
I want a Halloween topic in a couple of weeks, so don't touch it now.
I won't be here.
Good.
You'll probably be working for that too.
Yeah.
But he's not working during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll be there. Well, I might. I don't know. Hopefully. Ooh. Okay, that's the end of my topic. I don't
cool.
care.
Yeah. So close it there.
You guys didn't answer my questions.
So
questions. I didn't ask
all 5 questions.
So franchises can come
back.
Platforming as a genre is not dead.
To summarise, I like Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot 3 is by far the best.
It is, definitely.
Yeah.
Gary agrees.
So much diversity in that game.
Mario Odyssey is the best.
Gary, what's your favourite Crash Bandicoot?
3. Mario Odyssey.
Gary, what is your favourite Crash Bandicoot?
He's definitely a 1, isn't he?
No, he's a 2 kind of guy.
He's a 1.
I don't know.
You don't even want to spin.
Do you know what I liked? Crash Bash.
Never played it.
It was terrible.
No, I think actually 3.
What?
Well, yeah, the thing is, there's a difference between... Yeah, there's a difference between...
We've been tinted!
I like the vehicle levels.
But you said you hated it.
No, I like the vehicle levels, but I also know that they're shit. There's a difference between being entertaining and being good.
You were chatting shit about it, Maria. And now you love it.
You're in a hole here, Gary.
No, that's what it is. It's the difference between... I've said that many times. The difference between entertainment and being good. Just like,
which is the best one?
Like, yeah, how about this?
3.
Transformers films. They're entertaining.
Are they
good?
Well, they have to have good aspects to be entertaining.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
entertainment value.
Like, I watched it simply because it's so interesting how this was made terribly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good.
So Gary.
Oh my god.
Gary, what is the best Crash then?
The best Crash?
Yeah.
Oh.
3.
Crash Team Racing probably, to be
Definitely
honest.
not 3.
It's probably Crash Team Racing.
That would... Oh, I'm gonna say 1 because...
It's a progenitor.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that just because of how it started the franchise and had the most original ideas because of that.
And I'll still say Jack 3 is the best Jack. Just saying.
Never played any Jacks.
It implemented the idea 1 to 2 the best, and then the second, third ones tried to reiterate on that, and then the third one just kind of failed with it. So I'll say the first one, and
and hope you don't get burned by people listening to this.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Thank
I
you
care.
for listening. This has been the Tidbit Cast. I've been David. This has been
Gary.
And this has been
Still last. Colm.
Always Last.
Always.
So if you want to follow us on social medias, they are Tidbitcast at, oh my god, I always get this wrong, at Tidbitcast, which we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes. If you have any questions for us, you can email us at talktotidbit@gmail.com. That is
talktotidbit@gmail.com. Colm.
talktotidbit@gmail.com.
And if you want to know the best way to support us, it is to watch us on YouTube.
Or give us money.
That would help. Yeah, just if you see us on the street, just like
send it in the post.
Please.
At some point we might roll that out, but at the moment we're going to build off our following because that's what's important. Not the money, Colm.
But if people did give us money, that'd be good support.
That would be good support.
Thank you for
That'd be
listening.
very good support.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you.